Hi, it's Melissa DeSmit of Homebody Health, and I want to talk about sitting today. I'm not going to talk about whether it's good or bad, because really my focus is on what remains. Maybe you don't get to make the choice of how much you sit, whether at work or in your day-to-day life. Maybe you're a wheelchair user. And so I'm going to cast a spotlight on what remains for those of us who must sit for a significant portion of our day. What can we do to move and feel better? Well, these are some things that other people have chosen to do to move and feel better. Number one, position changes. If it feels good, do it. There are all kinds of positions that people may not call ideal positions that work for a certain individual for one reason or another. They haven't come up with a conclusive consensus that the ideal posture where a person is on their sit bones has a slight amount of curve, shoulders are over the hips and the neck is not forward or backward. They haven't decided that that necessarily means no pain, right? Some people with a lot of pain adopt a very good posture. And some people who have no pain have forward head, forward shoulders, forward body, essentially, right? Because life is usually in front of you, and people don't take all the opportunities that are there to do the opposite. But that doesn't necessarily mean pain. And the reason why I'm saying that is because everyone has a certain limit to the amount of attention and change they can make in their life. So can a person really adopt a brand new posture and maintain that posture all the time and still have their attention to do what they need to do at work or in life? Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe that would make a big difference. Is that the best use of energy? Potentially no, right? We want to have the supports in place to be functional. So if there's something simple that can be done, like a roll at the low back, so you have support to lean back, right? There are even neck pillows for people who are in the car. If there's something simple that can be made, adjustments so that we can be sitting in a nice resting position, right? Where the mouse is, where the desk is, where the screen is. If there's something simple that we can change, great. But if it's not simple, if it's not easy to do, if it's not reasonable to do, let's focus our attention on what remains. What remains is our ability to connect with ourselves to say, is this working for me? So some people will set a screensaver on their computer. Some people will have a water bottle right in view, right? So we can't ignore the reminders to drink a lot. And then all of a sudden, if we're drinking and staying hydrated, we're automatically going to need to get up, move, use the bathroom, keep our systems flowing, keep our bodies moving. And there'll be all sorts of reminders that your body will tell you subtly to say, it's time to change position. The key is to give yourself the opportunity to listen to what your body already knows about how it's feeling in this position. So I'm not going to tell you there's a right way and the wrong way, because there are no black and white answers in terms of what works for a person. Okay? If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, change it up. Do the opposite. I mean, that is what I love the most in terms of breaks right? If your body is telling you, I've been forward for a while, maybe that's the chance to do some exercises where you do the opposite. If the shoulders are forward, maybe we think about making some snow angels, or imagine, doing some snow angels, looking up at the sky. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we are enjoying being outside. Or maybe we're doing some back floating in the water, and it's just wonderful listening to the birds. I mean, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take a moment to really enjoy being somewhere. I want to enjoy that moment. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, try the opposite. And sitting is vilified. It gets a bad rap, and I don't think that that's really fair. Because somebody can be sitting and still, in their free time, manage to get lots of great activity happening in their body so that they're meeting the physical activity guidelines. Let's remember, if health benefits are really what we're seeking, then what we want to do is find a 10-minute chunk where we're working somewhat harder than usual. We can still talk, but we can't sing. We notice our heart is beating maybe a little faster than usual. Start with a doable goal of a 10-minute chunk. If you're already doing 10-minute bursts, maybe your next goal is to meet the 150 minutes a week of exercise, that kind of exercise. And then, voila, you have met the Canadian physical activity recommendations for getting your body working. It's called cardiovascular work. And that does help you have better quality of life and maybe even live longer. So if health benefits is what you're really looking for, I don't think that spending the energy on the things that are out of your control is the way to go. I think focus on what remains, because there is a lot of power within you to make positive change in your life. And that is my tidbit of the day.